Hello heroes, and welcome to episode 2 of Cain's Community Corner. In today's show, I'll be meeting with a very special guest who will be answering some of the questions you have been asking, as well as giving us some insight into the development process. As well as that, I'll be taking a quick tour around the office to meet some of the other people who make Heroes what it is today.
My name is Christopher, and I'm an animator, and I make the trailers and the emotes.
Hi, my name is Andre, and I make all the videos and trailers for Heroes.
I'm Olof. I make 2D art on both Battlefield Heroes and Play for Free.
Hello, my name is Anders. I work as a web developer, so I'm working on the homepage for Battlefield Heroes.
My name is Oskar, and I'm a weapon artist, a 3D artist, modeler.
My name is Mayu. I'm the store manager for all easy titles, so Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield Play for Free.
Hi, my name is Kit. I'm the assistant store manager.
Hello, my name is Laura Bianca, and I'm QA tester.
Hi, I'm Joacim, and I'm a 3D artist on Heroes.
My name is Sebastian, and I'm working as a frontend developer and a web developer for Battlefield Heroes.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Miller, art director at Easy and Heroes, and I make Heroes look awesome.
Hello heroes. Today I'm joined by a very special guest who's going to help us answer some of the questions that you have been asking. So, for players who don't know who you are, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Colin Clark, the lead designer for Easy Studio, and I'm responsible for basically everything that goes into the game and making sure that it's fun.
So, a lot of our players are asking on the forums, specifically a user named Darkle, and he is asking, what are you planning regarding the metagame? Or, if you can't answer that, something similar along those lines.
So, the metagame is one of those big dream projects that we had right when we first did Heroes, as is shown in that first promotional video that continues to haunt us. We found that the persistence in Heroes really isn't what it needs to be. So the first thing we need to do is start to have more persistence, start to have more ways for people to see how they play and how they stack up against their friends and like their group mates. And then start to add in more sort of interaction in those sort of social spaces. Then as we build up these information and really display it better, we can start feeding into a metagame type event or into the full metagame.
Excellent. Next question comes from a user named Galadrim, who asks, how does the team decide on what content to develop next?
It really comes down to a lot of discussions and review of feedback that we receive from the community and data that we gather from how the community is playing. If we see that CTF maps are on the rise and there's lots of CTF rounds being finished, then we want to do more CTF. If Hoth or if Team Deathmatch, then we go with that. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we're continuing to move Heroes forward as far as experience goes. So we want to have new maps, new environments. We're still looking at doing new widgets, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we look at the end game and that we start introducing new content for higher level players. Really, it comes down to where we think the best next step for Heroes is. And community feedback and the feedback you give us is a major part of that.
Excellent. User named Albert Pujols asks, can you make more Capture the Flag maps in the future?
Yes, we are making more Capture the Flag maps, and we'll continue to do both new conversions and new maps. And overall, I just think Heroes needs more game modes for everything.
Excellent, excellent. Any hints as to what other game modes you are thinking of?
No.
Okay.
Good try, though.
Next question comes from a user named Seido Yatsutora, who asks, why don't players have the ability to change their hero appearance, such as hairstyle, skull color, and skin tone, after they've created their heroes?
Well, we don't have a barbershop. We never, at the time of making Heroes, we never thought to include a post modification system. So it's one of those retrospect obvious things to do that we never did and now is not really planned in anywhere. So we've seen how much the community wants it, and it's a matter of trying to figure out how to best do it and how to best give the players what they want in a time frame that seems reasonable.
So there you have it, heroes. We hope that has helped answer some of the questions you've been asking, but don't forget, we'll be answering more in future episodes. So if you have a question you want answering, feel free to head over to the link at the bottom of this video and let us know about it. Until next time, this is Vital Bullet, signing out.
Hey, Cain, how often are we doing these shows?
I'm not too sure. Maybe he knows. Hey, do you know how often we're doing these shows? Middle of every month. Anything else? Nah, that's it. Thanks, man. Cool.